We all know someone who has been impacted by this. In my lifetime, it seems that more and more people are being diagnosed with it. What do I mean? I am talking about cancer. Approximately 39% of people in the US will be diagnosed with cancer at some point in their lives. This translates to a ratio of roughly 1 in 2.5 people. In the UK, about half of the population can expect a cancer diagnosis during their lifetime. But what do you know about the cutting-edge research that is taking place? Hi everyone, and welcome back to Jaxom Talks. Today, we're diving into a topic that challenges everything we thought we knew about a major disease, cancer. Specifically, we're going to explore the groundbreaking work of Dr. Thomas Seyfried, a professor from Boston College who has a radical and compelling theory. While many see cancer as a genetic disease, Seyfried argues that it's fundamentally a metabolic one. At the heart of Dr. Seyfried's research is a simple yet profound question: why do cancer cells grow and spread? To answer this question, he has spent years studying the metabolic processes that occur in both healthy and cancerous cells. What he has found is nothing short of astonishing. Dr. Seyfried discovered that cancer cells rely heavily on a process called aerobic glycolysis, which allows them to grow and divide rapidly. This discovery led to the development of new treatments that target this metabolic process and starve cancer cells, literally stopping them in their tracks. Seyfried's research findings are nothing short of revolutionary in the field of cancer treatment. His decades of dedicated work have uncovered some groundbreaking insights into the nature of cancer, its growth and its spread. But what exactly is so revolutionary about his discoveries, and why should we all be sitting up and taking notice? Seyfried has a set of core principles that explain his theory. I've broken down his main ideas into 7 key points for us today. Let's get right into it. Point 1. Cancer as a metabolic disease. The mainstream view is that cancer starts with a genetic mutation. Think of it like a typo in your DNA that tells a cell to grow uncontrollably. But Seyfried turns this on its head. He says those genetic mutations are a symptom, not the cause. The real problem, he argues, lies in the cell's energy system. This is what's known as the metabolic theory of cancer. Point 2. The powerhouse is broken. To understand this, you need to know about mitochondria. We have touched on mitochondria in previous videos. These are the powerhouses of our cells, and they use oxygen to create energy through a process called oxidative phosphorylation. Seyfried's central thesis is that in cancer cells, the mitochondria are dysfunctional and can't use oxygen properly. Dr. Seyfried's research has also uncovered the surprising fact that even when deprived of oxygen, cancer cells continue to grow. This finding has opened up a whole new way of thinking about cancer treatment and has led to the development of new therapeutic strategies that could potentially save countless lives. Point 3. The Warburg effect. Since the mitochondria are broken, cancer cells have to rely on an ancient, less efficient way of making energy called fermentation or glycolysis. This process doesn't need oxygen and is fueled almost entirely by glucose and the amino acid glutamine. This isn't a new idea. It was first observed in the 1920s by Nobel laureate Otto Warburg. Seyfried's work is a modern re-evaluation of this concept. Through his research, Seyfried discovered that this phenomenon is due to the high rate of cell division in cancer cells. As cancer cells divide rapidly, they need a constant supply of energy to fuel their growth. Aerobic glycolysis provides this energy and allows the cells to double in number every few minutes. Point 4. Starving the cancer cells. So, if cancer cells are so dependent on glucose and glutamine, what if we just take away their food? This is where a ketogenic diet comes in. By severely restricting carbohydrates and eating a lot of healthy fats, your body switches from using glucose for fuel to using ketones. Healthy cells can easily adapt and use these ketones, but according to Seyfried, cancer cells cannot. This effectively starves the cancer cells while nourishing the rest of your body. Point 5. Press pulse therapy. Seyfried proposes a strategy called press pulse therapy. The press is the constant metabolic pressure on the cancer cells from the ketogenic diet. The pulse is the intermittent use of other treatments, like certain repurposed drugs or hyperbaric oxygen therapy, that deliver a targeted hit to the cancer's weak metabolic points. This two-pronged approach is designed to overwhelm the cancer's ability to adapt and survive. Point 6. A different look at conventional treatments. Dr. Seyfried is a critic of conventional treatments like chemotherapy and radiation as standalone solutions. He argues that they often fail to address the underlying metabolic problem and can even damage the healthy mitochondria of normal cells, which could potentially worsen the disease in the long run. He sees these treatments as blunt instruments that can kill cancer cells but don't get to the root of the issue. Point 7. Personalized metabolic management plans. Finally, Seyfried emphasizes that cancer is not a one-size-fits-all disease. Each person's cancer has a unique metabolic signature. Therefore, the treatment needs to be personalized and constantly adjusted based on a patient's specific lab results. This moves us away from a standardized treatment protocol and toward a more tailored, dynamic approach. However, there's a problem, and it's an issue that goes beyond the scientific community. You see, despite the revolutionary nature of his findings, Dr. Seyfried's research has been met with resistance from some quarters. Many in the medical establishment are struggling to come to terms with the implications of his work, which challenges the long-held beliefs about the nature of cancer and its treatment. As a result, Dr. Seyfried has been marginalized and his research has been ignored, which is not only a disservice to him, but also to the countless patients who could benefit from his work. But the good news is that Dr. Seyfried is not giving up. He continues to publish his findings in top scientific journals, and he is constantly seeking out new ways to raise awareness of his work. With time, the truth will surely prevail. After all, the facts speak for themselves. Dr. Seyfried's research has the potential to transform the way we treat cancer and save countless lives in the process. In 2008, Dr. Seyfried was appointed as a professor of biochemistry at the University of Massachusetts Medical School, where he continues to work today. Despite his busy schedule, Dr. Seyfried still finds time to see patients, and he is a popular speaker at medical conferences around the world. His lectures are always packed, as he has a unique ability to make complex topics easy to understand, and his passion for the subject is infectious. As we look to the future, we can be confident that Dr. Seyfried will continue to make groundbreaking discoveries in the field of cancer metabolism. His work is not only transforming the way we treat this disease, but also giving hope to millions of patients around the world. Dr. Seyfried's research has also shed light on the importance of targeting the metabolic processes of cancer cells as a new approach to treatment. By understanding the metabolic basis of cancer, researchers and clinicians alike can develop new drugs and therapies that specifically target the metabolic processes of cancer cells while leaving healthy cells unharmed. This approach has the potential to revolutionize the way we treat cancer, which could lead to more effective and less toxic therapies for patients. This could include the eating of a low-carbohydrate, low-sugar diet, as well as engaging in regular physical activity. These changes alone can help to create an environment that is more difficult for cancer cells to survive in, ultimately leading to their death. While metabolic therapy is not a one-size-fits-all approach, it can be an effective treatment option for many types of cancer. It is important to note that metabolic therapy should not be used as a replacement for traditional cancer treatments such as chemotherapy or radiation therapy. Rather, it should be seen as a complementary approach that can be used in conjunction with these treatments to improve patient outcomes. Some studies have shown that metabolic therapy can help to improve the effectiveness of traditional cancer treatments, leading to better outcomes for patients. For example, one study published in the journal Aging found that a ketogenic diet, which is a low-carbohydrate, high-fat diet, can help to improve the effectiveness of chemotherapy in treating lung cancer. While metabolic therapy shows promise as a treatment option for cancer, more research is needed to fully understand its benefits and limitations. However, the preliminary results are certainly encouraging and suggest that it may play an important role in the future of cancer treatment. So there you have it, a brief look into Dr. Thomas Seyfried's radical metabolic theory of cancer. It's a fascinating and provocative idea that could change how we view and treat this disease. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next episode. Thank you for tuning in to Jaxom Talks. See you next time.